What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rock Fragrances. My name is Mike. Let's get started. So today we are talking about one of the more popular fragrances out there on YouTube, and that is Bentley for Men Intense. So this was released in 2013 by Bentley, which I think, as many of you know, is a very high-end luxury car brand. They're one of the highest end cars that you can buy. They do everything custom made, custom hand stitching on the interior. So let's just see if that carries over to the fragrance they put together for us. Maybe first, just to start here on the bottle, you can see very nice, got the Bentley logo there, nice dark amber type of juice to this one. And this one's pretty interesting because it certainly gets a lot of love out there in the fragrance community. I think partly because it is such an affordable fragrance, and a lot of affordable fragrances typically will just go more for that fresh, easy, mass appealing, easy to like type of lane. Whereas this one goes in a completely different direction. This one is categorized as a spicy amber fragrance. So I think that in of itself, being affordable, but also being a bit more of a mature type of a scent with some more interesting note profiles, give this one a little bit of a unique spot in the market. So why don't we get right into it? Nice sprayer on these Bentleys. I'll say this, right away, you are going to be in for a much more mature fragrance. This is very masculine. There is pepper up top. There's a lot of leathers here. It is all rounded out pretty nicely by a nice sort of vanilla. There's a little bit of a boozy element to this one in the base, which I will say it is a very, it smells a lot more expensive than it is. I think you can pick this one up for somewhere around 40 bucks or so. So it's a little bit unexpected in that way where, it's a little bit more of just a challenging type of a scent, a much more mature scent than something you would expect for that price point and for something that's been released by a car company. But they certainly hit some good notes with this one. I will say this. So for me, this one, I probably don't like this one as much as some other reviewers out there do. For some reason on my skin, maybe it's the cedar, maybe it's some of the resins in the base. I get a little bit more of that, pencil shaving, resinous, mixed with some of the resins, a little bit of an off note, and I have the dried on up here, on my skin. Now that does go away, and maybe it's a batch thing. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just my skin, but it has a little bit of an off note to me when I first put this one on. Now that does go away, and then I'm able to appreciate a little bit more some of the other darker spices, leathers, boozy vanilla that this brings to the table. But to my nose, it's not just an overly kind of pleasing, appealing scent. Whereas if I look at those notes, I would think that this is a fragrance that I would really, really like and want to reach for a lot in the cold weather. And certainly this is a cold weather fragrance, don't get me wrong, but maybe just something about that lends me to reaching for others a bit more. I would say the other thing about this too is it's probably not something you're going to find a ton of occasions to wear it for. I mean, this one is very mature. It is a very dressed up type of fragrance as well, I would say. And this just screams kind of very mature, someone with money and more of a dressed up type of affair. Positives on this one, I mean, this performs extremely well. So you'll get a lot of projection and longevity out of this. Again, in the air on someone else, you will get people to notice and think, wow, that's a very high class scent. And it absolutely is. I don't want to give you the wrong impression. Just for me, it's tougher to find situations to find this one. So every once in a while, I may feel inclined to reach for this one, certainly, but I don't think I appreciate this one as much as maybe some of the other reviewers do out there. But I will say, very nicely done. You know, the perfumer here, I think, had a really good vision, constructed really well with the budget and ingredients they were afforded. So, you know, for me, unfortunately, this one's probably a little bit on the lower side, maybe a 7 out of 10 for me, but I can certainly appreciate what they were going for with this, and definitely can appreciate the fact that this fragrance doesn't cost $200, $300, $400, and it's more in that $30 to $50 price range. So if you like the notes, maybe there's other reviewers that that you trust their nose as well, and it would make you want to go out there and pick this one up. But anyway, that's my review of Bentley Intense for Men. If you like these videos, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care and thank you.